Oh, man. Hello, world. What is up? Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Matt Forte. We are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. Happy Halloween, everybody. You know and love our next guest as one of the stars on one of the biggest shows of the decade, Stranger Things. Well, when he's not fostering baby demogorgons or singing all the words to the theme song from Neverending Story, he's got his own show that is actually a perfect binge for a rainy Halloween day just like today. Prank Encounters takes two complete strangers on the surprise ride of a lifetime and would have to be some of the most elaborate pranks ever caught on camera. And the man pulling the strings is our next guest. That's right, folks. The great Gaten Matarazzo is here. How about that? Make some noise for Gaten. We're going to bring him out in just a second, but first, I believe we have a trailer for the show, so let's go ahead and run that clip.
Oh my God. We have reason to believe that Lucius might be on the property.
Oh, guys, what is that?
What?
What was that?
I don't.
What was it?
You're on Prank Encounters.
Is this the kid from Stranger Things?
All right, guys, let's do this.
How are you? Good, how are you?
I'm dying to get a new assistant.
You're gonna be a security guard.
Do you feel comfortable with translating what's on the sarcophagus when it arrives?
Make sure nothing bad happens to Xavier, or else.
That bear moves.
You're not Mama.
Hell no!
Oh my God.
Let's cue another scare. Are you cool?
Guys! Guys! I know what's happening! You're on my prank show, Prank Encounters.
Oh my God!
Are you serious?
Oh, you guys are absolutely crazy.
We're insane. Let's go.
Oh, man. Guys, make some noise for Gaten Matarazzo right here. Let's go.
Nice, guys.
Dude, congratulations, man.
you very
Yeah,
much.
not
Thank
just on this show. This show's fantastic, but you're having an insane year. Another great
Yeah.
season of Stranger Things. You got this show here. How are you doing, man? How's your Halloween going so far?
I'm living life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a busy day, lots of press for this, so I don't really get to have much of a Halloween, but,
Fair enough.
you know, it's a good way to spend it, though.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Well, I'm so excited you're here, man.
Thank you. I'm excited I'm here, too.
I'm both bummed and thrilled that you're working today. Congratulations again, because this is an achievement in prank television. I have never seen pranks of this scale executed like this
Yeah,
before.
it's very risky. It was always like it's the thing about this show. I've never felt so nervous ever for like any work I've done. I mean, like besides theater, like your heart's racing the entire time because like you have a set plan, you have a goal to get to, you know what you need to do. But the thing is, not everybody does. There's two people in each prank that they don't know what's going on, and you just hope to God that everything goes as planned. But of course it doesn't.
It never does, right?
No.
That's what's so, and that's why I want to talk. We'll get into that, the whole process, because yeah, even on a show like this where we hang out and talk for a little bit, there's so much planning and execution. There's a crew, all these
Absolutely,
people working
yeah.
super hard, and so much is accounted for and thought about, and you plan down to the second. So it's really interesting to me where you have this moment where there's two wild cards, the stars of each
Yeah, the stars of the
episode,
show.
that have no idea
They
what
have
the
no
plan
idea.
is.
See, it's just the same. There's the crew. There's an amazing cast. There's great production team. And the thing is, they all have to be hidden.
Yeah.
They all have to be out of sight, and no one can know that they're there.
Yeah.
I mean, the actors, of course, they're gonna know the actors that are there, but
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, man, super exciting. All right, we'll get into that in a second, but I want to know, how did this start? Like, you're in Stranger Things. You can do
Yes.
whatever you want.
Oh.
Did you go to Netflix and say, I want to prank people, or did Netflix come to you and say, we want you to prank
yeah,
people?
Netflix came to me, and they like gave me a call, and they're like, we have this idea, and they of course referenced all the past shows that are so great, Scare Tactics, Punked, and they're like, we want you to host. I'm like, I'm gonna be Ashton? That's cool. I was like, whoa. No, it's exciting. I heard about that, and then like they told me about the producer title, which is awesome, becoming an executive producer on the show. That's really, really cool. That's a cool new world to dive into. But I think the thing is, especially because I'm really kind of just starting to experiment with everything that I can, and this is something so different. I want to be able to experiment with everything. I haven't done a movie. I'm hoping to do a movie soon. I want to do some more voiceover, continue with TV, go back into theater, and just do as much as I can. And this is a completely different entity. So like anytime this opportunity comes around, of course.
Yeah. And that's really exciting too. And as you mentioned, executive producer on this. When you found out that's a whole new role, a whole new set of responsibilities.
Exactly.
That must have been really cool and exciting. What was something you learned doing that? What was that like for you?
I guess just being conscious of everything that's involved, and honestly, it's a bit of selflessness that you learn from doing that. Like, there's a lot more that's sitting on your shoulders with that title, and just getting more of an idea of everybody involved, and just seeing how much of a community it is, and getting to sit back and look at the entire project, and not just what your sole role is.
What's it been like now? It's been out for a little bit. People have been watching it. Fans are reacting.
Yeah,
What's it
fans
like to
reacting.
see everybody?
It's exciting. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, these types of shows, it's weird because we haven't had one in a while, so it's cool to like maybe reintroduce it back and see if people are responding to it. And I had such a blast making it. It's a lot of fun.
I got to assume the only thing that's second to actually executing the prank, because that looks like that's as fun as it could possibly be. But I would imagine the room where you sit around and talk about what the pranks are going to be, where you invent, what are we going to do?
The thing is that all of that, I was given a whole rundown of what was going to be done. They were all written. So yeah, so everything was already planned out, and like, so this is what's happening. I'm like, cool, and they're like, you're gonna go in and rehearse this whole thing. Of course, we have to rehearse it with crew members there that know what's going on, so you can pre-plan and understand exactly what you yourself need to do, but you always got to be on your feet, considering the marks don't know what's going on.
Were you ever nervous about the idea of like, because some of the things, and we see it in the trailer, you have people believing not only that aliens exist, but they're in the room and they're very angry.
Yeah.
You've got people convinced of that. You got people convinced that the teddy bear comes alive and is possessed. Was there a point where you were like, we're not going to get
this done?
Yeah,
no, seriously. I'm reading this and I'm like, no one's in their right mind is going to believe this. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. This is gonna go down the drain. We're screwed.
And they're like, he already signed the contract, guys. I don't know what to do. We were stuck with
I was scared. Nobody knew. I didn't know what to do. But they've done stuff like that before, but nothing at this scale. So it really was an experiment, and it went pretty well, considering like we were able to make 8 episodes of it.
Did you guys take multiple swings, like, or was it like, are what we seeing the one and only time you got that prank to work, or did you try like on multiple people?
We need to do it on multiple people.
You got it on multiple
sometimes
people.
It's like, yeah, sometimes sometimes we'll have some long nights where like we're like, well, no, seriously, we've had to do pranks like a couple times over with new marks. Like we have like, yeah, so we have to do sometimes. I think we had to do one 3 times.
No, wait, do you remember which one or no?
We had to go at I believe it was the God bless you. I believe it. It was the hospital one, the one with the alien, the freaking bursting out of his chest. Yeah, because the entire situation was also the one in the warehouse with the other alien ones. The other alien one. Yeah, a lot of people went in there and were super sketched out because it was a really sketchy building in a really sketchy area of town. And they go in there and they're being told about all this, and like if they say, I don't want to do this, I don't feel comfortable in doing this job that you told me to do, we have no choice but to say, okay, go on your way.
The episode, roll credits.
Awesome. Thanks for watching.
5 minutes in, I'm not doing any of this.
I think for that one we had like 3 different girls went in and were like, look, I'm not down for this. I don't want to meddle in any. It's always hard when you like mention government stuff for that, because we had mentioned government work and files and stuff, and they're like, so I'm involved in like secret government work, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, I'm out.
See, and I love hearing that story, because that to me just adds to the authenticity of this, because you watch it and it's like, you're like, how did they possibly get someone to do this? It's like, well, we had to go through like 6 people.
We don't know. Yeah, actually, the first couple of them went really well.
Yeah.
Like our first marks that were there, like it went really well. Like the first one we filmed was the Bigfoot one. Was End of the Road. Yeah. It was really, really awesome time. It was the first time ever experimenting with that. It was a long one too. It took a while because probably over 2 hours.
Okay.
To actually do the whole thing. The longest one we did probably the one at the hospital, because we had to like.
Ride in the
We
car.
had to do the ride in the car and everything. It's actually, that was a pretty secluded area, but like we had to ride in the car and we had to like do it over with new people sometimes. And
And that when you say 2 hours, that's just executing the prank.
That's executing.
Yeah, that's not
just
everybody getting
executing
to
the
set,
prank.
getting set up,
No.
getting
That's all. That's
everything.
an all day. It's an all day thing for one prank. And what's really cool is actually getting to film an entire episode in one day.
That's nice.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
I was gonna say.
Like seriously, for Stranger Things, one episode takes like a month, and you're like, hurry up! I want to go home. Maybe you film one episode in one day, and then you pre-plan for the next one, and yeah, you just get it out. It's a pretty quick filming. I mean, so there's 8 episodes, and like I was only there for a little over 2 weeks in total. Yeah, I know. There were like days like in between where you didn't have anything going on. A lot of free time, because I mean everything like a lot of free time, and then the time you have to work, you're like really working for like the entire day, and then you just get to like sit back. But after filming those pranks, like you go home and like I sit down, I'm like, that went well, or it's like I sit down, I'm like that could have gone better.
What's your I know that they had a lot of these like pre-constructed, so you didn't have to go too crazy. But having done all of these, what's your like dream prank? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
Yeah, what would you prank? Infinite resources. Got that Netflix money now.
Yeah.
So
infinite resources. I really would like to prank someone that the apocalypse is happening. Like yeah, I know. I really want to prank someone that like convince someone that there's a meteor heading towards Earth like right now, and we have like 5 minutes. Yeah.
First of all, it's one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, right?
Aliens and meteors.
Aliens
What
and
are we
meteors.
gonna do?
Yeah, and the thing is like they get really scared because the thing is like now like everyone having their cell phones, it's like how are we going to go at this without them being like 911? What's your emergency? We have to figure out a way of getting their phones from them before everything ensues. So like we have different excuses. For the camp one, we were like, at camp we don't need the phones. It's all about outdoors and experiencing everything. We need to brainstorm, so we're gonna take your phones away from you. That'll be fun. Like cool, no tech. And then they're like, they're in a tree somewhere. It's like what? Yes, we have to
That's
get
what
rid
you
of
gotta
their
do.
phones.
You've got to find a plausible scenario
Yeah.
to separate them from their phones.
Exactly.
you
Like
do.
one of them was like the phone can like interfere with the technology here, so we need you to like keep it off.
Or you know where people do it without batting an eye? They go to see a live show.
Yeah.
Hey, for this show or for this screening, you got to put your phone in a bag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
You know what you gotta
that's a good
do?
idea.
You got to come back. in
No,
like
I
a year.
can't do it now because people are gonna know.
No.
No, we're giving them too many ideas. We're giving them
come
too
back
many
in like a
ideas.
year,
Yeah, right.
Nobody's gonna
No one's gonna remember this.
We'll have a guy out front taking phones.
Good.
We'll
Good.
lock down the windows.
Or
Or what if it's happening right now and you guys don't even realize it yet?
oh, look, she's so happy. She's like, oh. I wish.
Did you guys? I had a couple of people come through here from Stranger Things, and everyone kind of talks about because you're right. It takes forever to film.
Yeah.
And so there's downtime there. You guys were pranking each other on sets from time to time.
Trying.
I was gonna say, who is the prank war champion? Who was crushing it on set?
Millie and Noah as a duo.
Really?
Yeah.
Together.
Together.
Did you get pranked?
No.
They never got.
I mean,
you?
they like scare me like from like behind like the door or something. Or like Millie loves prank calling me from like a prank calling app. I know. Like no, she several times has called me on like a prank calling app where like you can like get like a different number that you're calling and like I answer it and I don't like if it doesn't say no caller ID I'll answer it because like it's like because like I have like I don't put in like contact names because I'm lazy and so like be like oh it's probably my cousin so like I'll pick up the phone. And it's usually a telemarketer, but this time she's like, "Hello," a different voice, in an American accent. So I didn't think it was Mills. And like I pick it up, I'm like, "Hello." She goes, "Hello." Like, yeah. She goes, "Is this Dusty Buns?" and I'm like, no. I'm like trying my best to be like, no, wrong number. They're like, She's like, "I'm in love with you." I'm like, wrong person, wrong number. Wrong number. You're like, we're meant to be together. She's like, I see you. And I'm like, what? No. She said, I see you. And I was like, I sprinted. I was in Florida. I was in Florida for a Comic-Con. And I was at the hotel playing basketball with my brother. And I'm like in the middle, I'm sweating like crazy, like out of breath. Like she's like, I see you. And I'm like, I'm looking around. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and like the basketball thing's about to close, and I sprint up back to the room, and then all of a sudden I'm on the phone. I'm like, I'm telling you, you got the wrong number. She's like, no, I see you. I'm like, how? She goes, Gate, it's Mills. I'm like, you are such a terrible human being.
Was she anywhere remotely close?
No, she was in Atlanta. I hadn't seen her in like a month, and she just decided to give me a call.
That's incredible.
I don't even know if she was with anybody. I think she was probably just like bored, and like, let me call him.
She's between sets herself.
Yeah,
She
she probably was doing it to like everybody. Oh my God. I can imagine.
Okay, follow-up question. Did you get her back?
Not yet. I gotta think of a good one for when we start 4.
We're gonna see one day there's gonna be a post.
One day.
Millie's gonna be like,
There's
"Oh my
gonna
God,
be
a meteor's coming towards Earth." I'm gonna be like, "I know what's going on.
It's on.
I'm not gonna
I know
tell
what
her.
it is. Don't
I'm
tell
not
her.
gonna say
Do
anything."
not. Do not tell her.
That's kind of amazing, man. Humor me here. I know you can't say anything, even if you do know anything about Stranger Things
Yeah.
season 4. All we do know is that there is a season
There's
4.
a season 4.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Hold for
Thank you
applause.
very
Season
much. Thank you,
That's
guys.
a big deal.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
I'm particularly excited about this one because it's my senior year of high school, so I don't like. I mean, I'm gonna be doing school there, but I'm getting to finish school, and so I'll probably get to like continue the season. It probably will go into the fall filming wise. I don't have to worry about school in the fall, and like I can like be graduated and like have to film without having to worry about that, and probably enjoy it much, much more.
Has that been a crazy part of this whole process? As living these dual lives, like having to take care of school while you're on set, and then leaving set and going back to like normal life and stuff like
Yeah.
that. What's that been like going between those two worlds?
It's odd. The thing is that my school is so cooperative and like unbelievable. They're amazing the way they handle it. Like
They're all watching the show. That's why.
Yeah. For the first season, like I had to unenroll from my school and start up a homeschooling program and start doing that. And then when I got back home, I didn't want to sit at home. And they're like, because we were just gonna finish the year homeschooling, but I got home in like March. And like I got home in like March, and there was like still months of school left, and I was like, I'm not sitting at home all day waiting for my siblings to get home while all my friends are at school. And so we got re-enrolled into the school, and I was like had like a bunch but like it was weird, so I had like a bunch of absences, and I had like failed like a couple classes because it was
what'd
just,
you
like,
fail?
weird. Probably math.
Okay.
Did I fail math? No, I don't know if
We
I
all
failed.
did.
I got bad grades.
We all
I got
did.
Real bad grades. in
Everybody
math.
fails math at least once.
Yeah, but then the next season, after like they were kind of prepared for it, they let me stay enrolled because they had this new thing called Google Classroom, and on Google Classroom you can actually have like a bunch of stuff you can put on. You put like your any teacher that like you have signed up for into their class, they can put all the work that you need onto that website, and so you can just like click onto the link, and like all the work that I need is there. I do it. I take a picture and send it to them, and I'm doing all the work that they're doing there. So I'm like not technically absent. I was on homebound, and so it's so much easier that way. And that's what I've been doing since then.
And they found a way to work with you and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And that's
exactly.
pretty awesome.
When I come back, like I'm already caught up.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think
That's what I'm doing right now on the press tour.
Oh, really? No way.
Yeah.
It's cool, and I appreciate you sharing all that with us. I think because for a lot of people, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people may have the misconception of like, oh, he doesn't have to work. He's on the biggest show on television. This dude doesn't have to worry about homework, school, and all this nonsense. It's like, no, man, you're doing it both.
Yeah, I tell people like I tell people at school like I went to prom, and like people were like, do you go to school? I'm like, yeah, I'm 17. I go to high school, and they're like, why? I'm like, dude, everyone needs to go to school. I think it's important that everybody gets the education they have an opportunity to. They should. And like the thing is, like I'm starting to get senioritis. I'm like, get me out. But like,
You're
I'm a senior. You know,
Yeah.
it
You're
makes
supposed
sense.
to.
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
You're allowed.
Yeah.
That's why they call it that.
But yeah, we all do school. What's hard is doing school on set when you have to work that day, and so like you'll have 20 minutes to do something, and then you'll get called onto set for like an hour and go back for half an hour to do school. And like people are like lunch, and like we have like it's like an hour lunch break, but we have half hour to eat, half an hour to do school, and like on days off sometimes. Like, and this is when I was touring with Les Mis like a while ago before I started Stranger Things. Like on days off, we'd spend the day doing school. And so like we'd like do like 5-6 hour days of school and just sitting there doing nothing but work. So no like breaks in between periods, gym class, no fun stuff. Like 5-6 hours of all like the math and the history of the reading. And the cast would come and be like, "How's your day off?" I'm like, "Busy, really busy."
Not really a day off.
No.
We're going to go in just a second to get some audience questions, but I wanted to ask, I know you're a musician, man. You got work in progress
work in
going
progress,
on.
that's right.
What's going on? You got some new music? What's
Some new
happening?
Music. I mean, we released some music before. There's 2 songs that are released, and we just wrote a bunch of stuff. Not really a bunch of stuff. We wrote like five songs. Yeah, I forget. We wrote like 5 songs. I don't know what we're doing with them just yet, and we're still trying to make up some tour dates because I had to cancel my last tour over the summer because I was having vocal issues.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it sucked. I was overused, and I wasn't using proper technique, and my vocal instructor at my school was like, "You're an idiot." I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah, I know. But now I'm just more conscious of what I'm doing. I'm trying to preserve and learn how to make sure I don't do that again, and understand how to support properly. And anyone who sings understands what it means to breathe from your diaphragm.
Yeah.
Just do that properly. The thing is, like, I always remember that when I'm practicing and when I'm rehearsing, but then you get out there and like there's so much adrenaline, you're like, you don't care. You do not care. Oh yeah, all of that does. And it can't. It really can't. And that's where it gets people. And so I'm healed up and I'm ready to go now. I'm like, we're just looking for dates because it's like super busy now.
Good for you, man. Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Well, I so excited to have you back here, man.
you
Hanging
very
out with
much.
you for a little bit.
Thank
Let's go ahead. I want to make sure we got time for all the questions. We got 4. That's amazing. You got microphones. You got questions. Let's
We
make
got
it
a
happen.
microphone
Go.
here. What up?
Hi.
Hi. Love your shirt.
Thanks.
It's thebomb.com.
I was wondering what it was like to have a house at Halloween Horror Nights and if you guys were involved in the creative process for that at all.
Oh, yeah. We were not involved in the creative process. No, sadly. I went to the one in California, which was really cool. But I hear the one in Florida had like actors playing us that looked identical to us. Yeah, I went to the one in California. It was like super cool. Like everything was awesome. But like they had a dummy for me, and like the dummies are either adult size or kid size. And so I'm here going through the thing, and all of a sudden I look. I'm like, oh, there's Dustin.
Season 1.
Wow, and it had like the wig that was like down to the butt, and I was like, wow, it's like black and it was like black curly wig. It was like that looks nothing like me. It was cool. Like it was funny because it was creepy though. That might have been like the creepiest part of that for me. But the one in Florida, like I hear like they had like the actors. I hear the actor looks identical to me apparently. Does it? They do. That's awesome. That's so cool. So yeah, but it's so cool, and they're doing it again this year, I believe, which is awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Great question.
Yeah,
I got a few more. Go for it.
Hello.
Hello.
How was the transition from filming Stranger Things to Prank Encounters?
Completely different, because with Stranger Things, it's just everything's pre-planned. You know exactly what you need to do. You have a set goal. You have everything will eventually go the way you want it to go after practice and practice. But with Prank Encounters, you don't have a lot of practice, and there's no way to practice while keeping it as authentic as possible. And you have to make sure that you are on your feet the entire time. A lot more improv involved. Which is cool, getting to like improve that. I mean, for a good portion of the pranks, I'm in the trailer just watching, so I get to laugh and have fun with it. But with the prank, I was involved in one of the pranks. I was playing myself, and that was one of the scariest things I've ever had to film, just because it was like probably scarier for me than it was for them. Because I'm like, oh my god, and I was with one of our marks the entire time. Like her job that day was to be my personal assistant that day for when I went to a party. Yeah, it was really. But she thought she was there to be my personal assistant, and so she was for that day. And I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm like sitting there. She had to go into another room. I'm looking at the cameras in the room. I'm like, I don't like this. Please. Yeah, so it's yeah, I know. Not even pranked. It is like, we're gonna put you through hell, dude. I'm like, awesome, excited. It was a lot of cool switch. Very different. A lot of fun though. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. 2 more. Let's go. Microphone right here.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a favorite Halloween movie or tradition that you do?
My favorite Halloween movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas, because I'm a Christmas guy. And so if I can have an excuse to watch a Christmas movie during a holiday that's not Christmas, I'm going to do it. My sister's the opposite. My sister loves Halloween. She has like anytime Christmas comes around, she has a Christmas tree that's decorated as Halloween. Yeah, it's like the opposite. But like now's around the time where I start to get like Christmas withdrawal, and so I'm like, I want gingerbread, and I get that around like June and July, and so I usually have a week where I just watch Christmas movies and like eat gingerbread and like listen to all the Christmas music so I can like hold off for another half of the year. But I didn't do it this year because I was so busy, and so now I'm like, ah. But I don't want to do it now because I'll be sick of Christmas by the time Christmas comes. Because like November's tomorrow, and
I know.
and it's like we gotta prepare for Thanksgiving, which is also a fun one. So yeah, if I can have Christmas without like cheating, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
Oh.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas, but in my household, it's a Thanksgiving movie. It's because it's far enough away from It's right in the middle. It's got the 2 holidays I love most, and we're right in the middle. It's got a little bit of Halloween. I can remember and think of that fondly, and it gets me excited for Christmas as well.
Movie?
What do you mean? I'm saying it is a Thanksgiving. We watch it around Thanksgiving.
Oh, you watch Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I thought you were like, okay, the one I watch is a Thanksgiving movie. I'm like, you watch a Thanksgiving movie on Halloween to prepare for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving movie. You know the one we all watch. That movie about Thanksgiving that everyone loves. I watched that on
I
Halloween.
love the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's my Halloween movie.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm like,
And then in July, Christmas movies.
Christmas movies.
Yeah, I got to get a new calendar.
Yeah.
We've got time for one more question. Microphone right there. Do it up.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
I know you love Broadway and you have a
do.
beautiful voice.
Thank
so
you.
I want to know that if you could choose your dream Broadway cast for a musical, who would be in it, and which one would you do? Which show would you do?
I don't have time for this. Oh my gosh, we'll be here for another 20 minutes. Can I just pick a show? Oh, I'm gonna pick Godspell, just because it's the first show that came to the top of my head, and I'm gonna cast it right now. I want to be Jesus so bad. It's one of my dream roles.
That's the pull quote from the interview.
No, that's what
I want to be
take out of
Jesus
that. No,
so bad.
I want to be Jesus. Way out of context. So like, Gaten Matarazzo wants to be Jesus Christ. It's like, no, in Godspell. Please don't do that to me. It's one of my dream roles, obviously. And then I just want all of my friends to play everybody else in that show. I want my, who do I want to be Judas? I got to pick like a really good Judas. Someone that I don't know. I want to pick someone that I don't know. That's like, you know what? I'll pick someone random. I'll pick like Tom Hanks. I want to, you know what I'll do? I'll do Godspell with a bunch of random actors that have like no correlation with each other that come together and do like a random one. So they're like Tom Hanks and
Nicolas Cage, get him in there.
Cage can
Get Cage in there.
You get Cage in there. I'll be like Idris Elba, like he'll be there somewhere. Well, it's like, well, no, he's not even a part. He'll just like be there and he'll play Idris Elba in it, and like he'll just be himself. In a completely different version of Godspell. Yeah.
He's watching the production which we filmed for the movie.
Yes, we have an entire cast and we have an audience that's a bunch of famous actors that are watching Godspell go down.
I am buying my ticket today.
Good.
There we are. I got to let you go. We're out of time, but congratulations again on everything. I'm just living your best life. Prank Encounters. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched it, you're crazy. Watch it right now. Today's the perfect day to watch it. And it's a fantastic show. I mean, keep an eye out for season 4 of Stranger Things. We're all waiting for that.
Please.
And work in progress. Where can they go to hear the music?
You can go on Apple Music, Spotify.
Apple Music, Spotify. Check out the music.
All that.
That's it. Thank you guys for being a great audience. I see your costumes. You're beautiful. Make some noise for the great Gaten Matarazzo right here.
Thank you guys so much.